Alright, here we go. White Scars Space Marines. Not quite what I expected, not quite what I wanted, but I like it. On screen, you'll be able to see exactly what I used for paint. I'll also be mentioning these briefly as they make their appearance. For this video, we're going to start out with that Steino Res black primer, and I'm going to work my Zenithal highlight, and then after that, I'm just going to keep pushing the white. I'm going to use the Bold Titanium white to go up to almost pure white on all the panels. We'll leave a little bit of variation for the shadow. Once I'm done on the airbrush, I'm going to grab coal black, come in and do all the joints, the belt, the bolter, and the grenade pouch. Next up, we're grabbing light umber. This is going to go on all the purity seals, the pistol pouch, and all the accessories on his belt. For the reds on this guy, I'm starting out with a bold pyro red. I wanted to be a little brighter to complement the whites, and it just didn't make sense to go all the way down to a burnt red. For the leather, I am getting a little bit away from my normal pattern. Today I'm going to be trying a little bit more stippling. There's still going to be some hashing in it. I just wanted to see what the stippling looked like in the end. For all the lenses, I'm going to be using sky blue. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with white armor. What I'm trying to do here is to put the gloss wash on, get it off the raised surfaces, and just leave it in the recesses. Overall, the wash didn't really play out how I wanted it to, and it led to a lot of the excessive black lining you'll see later on that gave it that comic book look. Here you can see I'm gonna have to come back in and fix a couple of these areas, because as I tried to get the wash off the raised areas, I actually peeled a little bit of that paint. I'm doing a couple different things to highlight my red. On the chest, it's more of a dry brush type, and then on the kneecap and on the shoulders, it's more of a glaze to build the color up to where I want it. And for that, I'm using orange. After that, mix it on white and black so we get a gray. And coming back and doing the initial edge highlights on all the black. Then, it's on to the battle damage. I'm trying to make this guy match up with the other two Marines that I've already painted in this series. And an easy way to make them look like they belong together is to keep that damage the same. Going into the freehand on the shoulder, I'd planned this one out quite a bit better than I'd planned out the salamanders. It worked out a lot better, I feel. It was just a nice orange base, highlighting up the orange with yellow, putting in the red lightning bolt, and then doing some black lining to make sure it all stands out. You can see while I'm doing that freehand that the clock has expired. It's pretty arbitrary. I'm just trying to get these guys done in about an hour and a half. And after that hour and a half, this is what it looks like. It's not bad, but it's definitely not what I'm looking for. So I decided to play around with it a little bit more. We'll get rid of the timer and we'll just go and we'll see what we can do with it. One of my biggest objectives in moving forward was to get some of these upper white surfaces where the light would hit to be a lot more consistent, a lot smoother. Then after making the whites whiter, I decided to grab some black ink, a carbon black, come back in and actually manually black line all the different areas, all the panel lines, the armor lines. It's a lot of effort, and it definitely created a different look than I was going for. After that, I came back in, made all the damage a lot sharper, got that good black ink in there to define it, and then put a little bit of silver inside just to help it really stand out. And that is how I got to where I am now. I'm still not completely happy with it. I think it looks good. It's just not really in the same style as the other two that I've done so far. My plan right now is to press on, do the remaining 6, and then when I get them all together, if he stands out too much and detracts from the unity of the group, I'll probably wind up going back and doing a second white scars. But for now, enough about white scars. Let's put that guy behind us and let's spin this wheel. And coming up next, we have the Dark Angels. This will be pretty fun because I've already done the salamanders as a really bright green, so now I'm going to have to play in the dark green and see what I can do to differentiate them while keeping them in the same style. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see when the Dark Angels are ready. In between now and then, I've got something sitting on my shelf of shame that I'm going to be doing for Orktober, and then following that, I'll have the Dark Angels video out. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.